Dr. Pillai, welcome to DLC. It's been an absolute pleasure hearing you do our first DLC talk today. And I was so excited because Chanakya has been a title that was on my table. And I always found it as a nice, interesting reading material. I think for about 5 or 7 years, it used to be on my table in Lonavala. And every time I would be kind of just walking out, you could open any page, and there is so much of knowledge and so relevant, like you said earlier. That's what excites me. Dr. Pillai, I would like you to introduce Chanakya to the world. I know you've done it multiple times, but for the sake of DLC Global Community, I would like you to introduce Chanakya to the world. So, who's this character Chanakya, and what relevance does he hold in history, and what is the association with management? And what are the current validated, priceless management lessons you can keep learning and consuming?
Thank you so much, Jimmy. It's an honor to be with you. You've done some fantastic work, and I'm so impressed by you. And thanks for appreciating my book, Corporate Chanakya. Chanakya, I think the name itself gives you a lot of attention and attraction. So I've been fortunate to try to study Chanakya. I like to introduce Chanakya from two perspectives. One is history,
right,
and the second is relevance in today's generation. And that's been my contribution. Historically, he was born around 2,400 years ago, around 4th century BC. Known as a kingmaker of Chandragupta Maurya. He was a person who was a professor of economics, strategy, etc. Wrote 2 books, Chanakya Niti and Arthashastra. Now that's history. When you study it, you get wowed by his strategies, the way he uses, Samadhana Danda Bheda, enemies a friend, so many strategies. But I'll tell you, I started realizing one thing: we need to go beyond glorification of Chanakya to actually apply Chanakya.
Yeah.
And this is a big problem with our country, which is like, good that we have a great past, but I'm a little bit critical about my own country, which I'm proud of. I said, fine, I don't want to go back on a reverse gear. I want to go on the 6th gear forward. So I said, yes, learn from the wisdom of Chanakya, but a lot of things have moved on. Today we are at a technology generation, our leadership is very different. So I said, what are the things that is important for me? And as you rightly pointed out, management. So I would say just 2 things, and of course everything is written on my 18 books and things like that, but 2 things is: number 1, we need to understand Chanakya's strategy, which deals with the human mind.
Right.
Management is about managing men and leading men. So you don't work just with machines. Even if you are in artificial intelligence, don't forget you are also working with natural intelligence. First things. Second thing, nothing is constant. Chanakya has a backup plan for everything. In fact, many people talk about plan A, plan B, plan C. Chanakya talks about plan X, Y, Z. So never quit till you achieve your goal. That's Chanakya for me.
Amazing. Now, it's so relevant today in the VUCA world. How would you associate Chanakya's leadership style with VUCA? VUCA style of leadership is what the world is talking about. And we at DLC are desperately trying to promote the VUCA style of leadership. A little while ago, we were discussing about the military style of leadership and how militaries and armies across the world, not just in India, but all have this constant. They're always ready to work under stress.
Yes.
And they've been ingrained in their DNA to work in volatile situations. And yet, empowerment has been given to them.
Yes.
In the most critical areas, leadership is never lacking. Examples and examples of exemplary leadership within the armed forces across the world.
Yes.
And of course, our Indian Army it's always at the forefront when it comes to leadership within the armed forces. So how would you correlate what Chanakya has said, and what would be the best way for people to consume? Because you've written so many books across for our listeners and our viewers across the world, DLC Global Community. If they have to be given an induction into Chanakya style of leadership and Chanakya style of strategy, especially in this VUCA world, which is that one book you would point out and feel is very, very relevant? Or do you think you need to write a book post-pandemic and put the best of everything that a person needs to know as a leader? Because today leaders are really under stress. We don't know what's happening, what's going to happen next. No matter how much we prepare, we have to keep going back to the drawing board. We speak of agility and agile management styles. Of course, leaders need to be very agile, but very spontaneous, and they need huge doses of empathy. So you think Chanakya spoke about empathy?
Yes.
Lovely.
So, Jimmy, let me start by saying that Chanakya is only relevant in a VUCA world. Suppose everything is going on fine, everybody can talk and give lectures on leadership, right? It's in the battlefield that actually you require Chanakya strategies. So it's in the moment, it's execution. And it is said in the Indian Armed Forces, the more you sweat during peace times, the less you bleed during war times.
Yeah.
So the planning is very, very important. So before the war, you have to plan a lot. You ask which is the book, I think you should go for Chanakya and the Art of War. Okay, now coming back, it's a very interesting study because I do teach leadership in the University of Mumbai and various parts of the world. Think about this word, leadership. It actually came from leading a ship.
Right.
So, if you look at the olden days, people used to navigate across borders through waters.
Right.
Aircraft and everything came later on. And you know, the captain of a ship is actually 24/7 in a VUCA world.
It's dynamic.
And look at Titanic and lot of stories that the military actually had to go across the borders using waterways.
Right.
And to lead a ship is actually the quality of leadership. So the waves can come, the storm can come, and it is said the captain always goes last. So he has to save everybody else. So that's leadership. You talked about empathy. Empathy is not sympathy. You know, sometimes leaders get so emotional. And Chanakya is very clear. He's a strategic thinker. He has emotions.
And he's ruthless.
So I would say that he's strategic. He's got a heart. He's got emotions, but he's not emotional.
Right. That's important.
Yes, very important.
Leaders need to remove the emotional aspect from empathy. And I completely resonate with you.
Yes, and you know, another word that we always use on saying that, you know, have sentiments, but in leadership don't become sentimental. So it's a fine balance of head and heart and hand. 3H. So you need to have the head above the heart, but you should work with the hands. So he's an execution person for me.
Right.
So that's Chanakya for me.
See, execution and leadership is super important, and all those leaders who've been having the ability to have the art of execution.
Yes.
They are born VUCA leaders. If they understand the discipline of execution, because strategy is one part, but most strategies in the world fail.
Yes.
Not because the strategy was bad, but because of bad execution of the strategy.
Right.
And hence, I think equal amount of importance needs to be given. So is there any example from Chanakya's world that we can draw, which is not just to do with strategy, but to do with execution?
So Chanakya is only about execution.
Wow.
And execution in a situation where you're not sure. So let me technically use a word, and maybe all of you can get interested. There's a chapter called the Circle of Kings. Okay, and Sanskrit is called Rajamandala theory. So mandala is actually circle,
Right.
and Raja for a king. Now think about it, you're going in a battlefield, you can be attacked from the front, or from behind, or from within.
Which is
Okay, so you don't know where the enemy is coming from. So you may have a strategy right across, front facing, but you never know. So this Rajamandala theory, where Chanakya speaks about, is that you have to be ready for attacks from everywhere and anywhere.
Okay.
Yet, don't forget you have to be a winner in whatever situations. Coming back to execution, you have a plan. But as they say, when you go to execution, you realize the plans actually are very different on paper and reality.
right.
So a joke always goes, before having children, I had 6 principles of how to bring up children. And now I have 6 children and no principles.
That's
So
a
in
good
a
one.
similar way, so when you have all the plans on paper and this pandemic suddenly hits, what are you going to do? Your revenues are affected, your cash flows are affected, your people are not sure. So this is the beauty of Chanakya. He takes into consideration every possible and impossible situation. But friends, very simple thing. Take the first step towards your plan, and believe me, other things follow. Don't just sit and wonder. Actually, sometimes imagination can become a worry. Chanakya is teaching you to think, not to worry about a situation.
Right.
And the best way is to take the first step and move towards your goal.
Super. Before we end, would love to know your views on DLC. What do you think about DLC and the concept, and what excites you with this?
I would say it's only a start. When I walked in, I saw the whole office, I met you, I met your team. I'll tell you in one word. This is the future the world is waiting for.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you the reason why. Because I've been working in the field of leadership. And I don't understand anything other than leadership, because Chanakya was a leadership guru. You've been working, and I could see your vision, and I could see that 120 chapters across countries. I just want to tell you, please include me in your plan.
It's really crazy. 120 cities in the world in 5 years is crazy. To be physically present there, I know it's completely crazy, but I do believe in the art of execution, and I think that's one of the strong points I bring across in management to the table. A lot of people have shown some hesitation, and they said, okay, let's see how you execute this plan. This plan is great. Let's see how you execute the plan. Yep. Let's see what happens when rubber meets the road, and the rubber has already met the road, and we've got momentum going globally across.
And we should reach the destination on the road.
Destination will keep evolving.
Yes.
I'm much more interested in giving the momentum to this entire global community. That's my job as a leader, and to actually translate words into actions and make it measurable, announce the measurements so that you need to struggle towards it, because when you keep quiet, you're not self-pushing yourself
yes.
into making sure you achieve it. And at the end of the day, have the gumption and the humility to be able to go and accept, yes, we were doing 600 IPs a month, we've been able to do this, or we've not been able to do this, and where can you all help us? So that's the kind of atmosphere I want to create within TLC globally. Already political borders have started disappearing. We have a very clear DNA that's built into the organization, and we believe we don't recognize financial currency. We recognize people like you. Currency we recognize is how many human lives you've touched.
Wow.
So we either put you on a pedestal here, or look down on you because you've touched nobody besides you and your family. So in your case, we put you up right here on the pedestal, really look up to you because you've been touching some amazing number of human lives across, and especially lives of youth and the younger generation.
Yes.
So it's our job to take your message across and let the world know about Chanakya style of leadership and gain from it, especially in the post-pandemic world.
Can I take one more minute?
Absolutely.
You're talking about awards, leadership awards. I want to start with the title of Chanakya for you.
I'm humble.
Okay, so the Chanakya would call somebody who's thinking like you as Vijigishu. What is Vijigishu? New word for many of you? A person who wants to be a world conqueror, not only through the military way, but by touching lives. So you are a Vijigishu for me.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Such
much.
a pleasure. Lovely having you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.